Hi everyone, it's Kara here from Boho, and I am here today with an update on my level 10 life. Now, my level 10 life is something that a lot of people have kind of latched onto and made their own, which I absolutely love. But if you don't know what the level 10 life is, it's actually a system of goal setting and assessing where you are in your own life in 10 different areas. And this was a system that I got from Hal Elrod. He mentions it briefly in The Miracle Morning, and it's something that I've been doing ever since I started my Miracle Morning, which was back in August of 2015. And I've done a level 10 life spread, at least one of them, in each of my bullet journals so far. So I wanted to kind of show you an evolution of how that's gone for me and how it's been working out for me. So we're going to start with my very first bullet journal, which was back in August of 2015. All right, so this was my very first level 10 life spread. And as you can see, this is how he lays it out. It's actually a circle, like a pie chart. If you're curious about how to draw this and how to set it up, I did go over it briefly in my first level 10 life video, which I'll link up in the corner here for you. But this is my very first spread, and the idea is that in each of these 10 areas of your life, you sit down and just think about, how do I feel I'm doing in each area on a level of 1 to 10? And there's no real measuring stick for each of these. It's really just a gut feeling how you feel like you're doing in each area. And then I took that a step further after doing the assessment, and I wrote out my level 10 goals. And these were tiny little things that I could do in each area to kind of level up as I went. And you can see here, my initial time that I did it is where these thick black lines are. And then a few months later, I came back and reassessed, and that's where this colored in area is beyond the black lines. So instead of drawing out a whole new spread, I decided just to update it. So that was my very first one. The second one is in my second bullet journal. And that was this one from January to May of 2016. And I've got it here. You'll see it looks very, very similar. And this time I pretty much kept everything exactly the same. I drew out my circles, I did my assessment, I have my mini goals on the right hand side, and then a little motivational quote on the bottom. And then I didn't touch it for months. Every now and then I would look back on it and kind of see how do I feel I'm doing in each area, but I never really updated it until I moved into my third bullet journal, which is my current journal. And in this journal, I actually have, at the very beginning, I decided to do a chart, which was easier to draw than the circles, and I still have my 10 areas. I rated myself in each area, and then again, some little mini goals on the right-hand side. And switching over and doing it as a chart kind of made it a lot easier to draw. So once I was ready to take the assessment again, I just redid it over here, and you'll see another little variation. This time I didn't write any goals on the right hand side. I realized that a lot of my mini goals from spread to spread were staying the same, so I knew what I needed to do in each area in order to improve. And you'll see a lot of improvement over the course of the months for me. And a lot of it was just really keeping those 10 areas at the forefront of my mind, looking at them from time to time and saying, oh, I'm really need to work on connecting more with family and friends. And I would set some goals each month to do that. And this spread right here is the first time that I reached level 10 in one of my areas of life, and that's my marriage. That has always been my strongest area. My husband is like my best friend. Seriously, I don't know how I got so lucky, but that's always been my top area, and I finally bumped it up to a 10. I was like, really, like this can't get any better for me. And then the most progress that I made throughout the year was actually on my personal development and my finances and my contribution. I feel like I'm doing a lot to give back and contribute to not only my followers, but the world in general. So I'm really, really happy with my progress there. And then finally, I have my new bullet journal in my Filofax, which I'm moving into at the beginning of November. And when we open her up, let's see, my level 10 life is in my collections. No, it's in my goal setting. All right, so my level 10 life is right here. And you'll see I went back to writing the little mini goals on the right hand side. And on this one, I reassessed again. And I actually divided this into 8 sections. I decided to do a square and just divide it into 8. So I combined some of my categories. So I combined family and friends and marriage, and I made that just relationships. So you'll see instead of being at a 10 like it was when it was just my marriage, it's actually at an 8. And then for this personal development category, I actually combined, I added my spirituality, that was one of my categories. I added that in with my personal development because to me it's one and the same. And then for health and fitness, I decided to just name that wellness instead. So now I have my new 8 categories. This is very, very simple to draw out each time I want to assess myself. I have a new quote down here at the bottom that's, if you go to work on your goals will go to work on you. Whatever good things we build end up building us. That's a quote by Jim Rohn, and I love it. So I have that new quote there. And then I decided to do some new mini goals for this new journal. So I have these mini goals here that I can reference. And you'll see my 2 categories that I'm doing the lowest on are recreation. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on myself for fun and recreation, so I do want to improve that. And then my environment, my physical environment. There's a lot of redecorating and cleaning and organizing that I want to do around my house. So that's going to be one of my main focuses for the remainder of the year, to try to get those 2 up. And again, the goal of the Level 10 Life is to assess yourself in each area, see how you're doing in each one, and then set goals to improve the areas that you want or need to improve. So ultimately, the ideal would be to be a level 10 in all areas of your life and be leading a level 10 life. Of course, I don't really think that's possible, but I think just the process of striving to be better each and every day is really what this is all about, at least for me. So I'm curious if you've tried the level 10 life, if it has worked for you, if you've seen any progress in your own life. I know I definitely have, since I've been keeping these kind of mini goals at the forefront of my mind. So I'm curious. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, comments, anything along those lines, absolutely drop those below as well, and I will do my best to join in the conversation down there. And I will look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Bye!